Okay. Now, here's a weird thing. Um, if we wanted to print something additional, if nothing went wrong, we can include an else after a try. Now, if you think about this is just a way of separating your code out because we could have put this print nothing went wrong up here and it would do the same thing. But just so you know, if there's a reason for it, there could be a reason for it. I just can't think of the use case there. You can put an else there that says, if there were no errors, also do this thing at the end. Okay. Finally is useful, and you can have a try with a finally and no except. Okay. I don't recommend it. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. Okay. Try, except finally is probably the best set to go to. But a finally gets printed if there's an error or if there is not an error. This always happens, but it's still part of this block of code. It's useful for sort of summarizing what happened, but you need to understand that if there's an error in the code, this is not done. So if this isn't calling a function or doing something useful or doing something meaningful in your code, and this isn't done, you may be getting into a situation where you move on and that calculation's not done, or an error's a variable isn't set to the proper value or whatever. So use finally to maybe provide feedback to the user that they've completed that operation, but make sure that you don't tell them that they were successful or that things went fine if things didn't go fine. So you need to be really careful about your messaging and about your logic flow here, because whatever happens in the try, either it works or it doesn't. This may work or not, but if you tell them a finally that indicates that everything went fine, that's not necessarily true. So use finally very carefully and very mindfully.